Hello and welcome to Bad Amateurs. I'm your host, Chad Paulsenson. You may be wondering where your normal hosts are, and I use the word normal quite wrongly. What I'm about to tell you may be shocking, so I advise you hold on tightly to your knees. Ian and Andrew, well, they both ate the red-ass fruits I got right here. This has distorted their bodies, allowing them to grow to enormous sizes, but at the cost of their minds and rational thoughts. Hold on. What's that? I have just received word that their minds are unaffected. Are you sure about that? Oh, they were already like that? I see. Let's go to the satellite for a better picture of the boys on the ground. 'Cause that makes sense. My God. There they are. It's...
It's hip to be square.
Oh, you just say, Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Oh, hey man. Hi man, how you doing? Oh, well, I guess I don't need this. Oh yeah, I suppose so. Come on, man.
This week we watched King Kong vs. Godzilla, 1962.
A classic. Full of moments. Full of monster.
Timeless. Full of monster. There's one coming out, isn't there? King Kong vs. Godzilla, coming out soon? Yeah, this one was 1962. That's damn near 60 years ago.
The original, and I thought a good reason for watching this. You might see some ideas we didn't know might come up in this new one.
Yeah, true.
I think it did. A couple of things.
Yeah, a bit of Godzilla lore, a bit of King Kong lore.
Yeah, the King Kong war.
Yes, for some reason we do not yet understand, Kong draws strength from electric voltage.
Well, then if the electric blockade stopped Godzilla, it would not stop Kong.
No, it would not.
So what did you think of this one?
It was right. It was funny. I think I enjoyed it more than you did based on when we were watching it. But it's pretty thin. It's asking you just to totally disregard all of the modern movie CGI that you expect to see and just look at a man who's dressed in a suit.
That is a man in a suit.
That is a man in a suit. They used a live octopus and just made it walk across like some Legos to make it look like you're going through a city. It's like that. It's technically animal cruelty, I'd say.
But it looked like they threw it at one point.
Yeah. Also, what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh yes, the armies you see that are miniatures. You know, the tanks.
Oh yeah.
Loads of little remote control tanks.
Mm-hmm.
A whole fleet of remote control tanks.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's some dollars invested.
Yeah. Time, money, people.
Yep. Someone had a lot of fun setting all that up, I thought. It looked like it would have been fun to make, but that didn't make for a very entertaining movie.
Well, this one's not a post-nuclear commentary. It's just, here's some fights. But there's one issue with this movie, which is, from our perspective, which is we saw the one that's free on YouTube. That's
free on YouTube.
Free on YouTube. But it's an edited, Americanized version.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if it's the original plot, but it begins with you being presented the story by the UN newsreader, which I didn't know that was a thing.
And it looks like something set up in our studio here.
Yeah, it's like a guy in front of a whiteboard with something leaning over in the background. Could be a mop.
Legends of giant gorillas have persisted for some time. Now, the fact that Kong and Godzilla have appeared at the same time is interesting, scientifically.
They tell you for 5 minutes exposition, and then you get some sightings of Godzilla. This is basically how the movie goes, and then it comes back to exposition guide, and it goes back to King Kong, say, then exposition guide, and then the next thing, and it just happens over and over. And it becomes a bit of a joke.
What do you make of that, Al? Godzilla!
There was one thing though that really upset me
yeah.
and disappointed me with this movie. It was the tribe. The tribe on Skull Island.
That's right. The tribe. Just a whole lot of people in blackface.
And they all look like they're on the verge of laughing as well.
And there's a bit where they get given some smokes. Other guys have come to the island, and suddenly they're all smoking them like old sailors that they've been smoking for 500 years. They know exactly how to do it. Like they're bum huffing while inhaling, and also lighting other people's smokes from the end of their arm and stuff. And they're doing the cupping way of holding it, this way of holding it. You know, they're not like, ooh, what is this thing? They're all immediately just, oh, you're six, cheers.
Yeah.
Needed some of them.
I also didn't like the fact that basically King Kong was stolen from the island.
Yeah.
They feed him these berries on the island. That's what gives him his Popeye strength. And but it makes him fall asleep. So they just the tribespeople there who look up to him as a god just allow them to take him away.
Yeah.
Just take him. Bye, Kong.
But then when they get halfway to Japan ring the ship and say, what? Don't be bringing no massive monster to Japan. He goes like,
Turn it round.
oh, why?
Yeah.
Really? Why? But it's sort of like from then, don't they decide that they're going to put the two together? They might as well see what happens.
To try to get rid of Godzilla, because at this point in the Godzilla movie lore, he was a bad guy. He's a villain. So King Kong is the good guy. So they go kidnap him and throw him at Godzilla. It's basically how it went down.
I learned that King Kong, when he gets electrified, like lightning hits him, or if he grabs onto some power lines, he gets bigger and stronger than he was before.
Yeah.
And they come up in the new movie.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't know that. There's an outstanding scene of King Kong rolling into a rock. He just does a forward roll headlong into a boulder and wastes himself. That was a movie highlight for me.
That was funny. There's a couple of things to mention with the actual humans that are in this. There's two guys, there's three sort of main characters that aren't the newsreaders. The scientist who found King Kong and Skull Island, and the two, I guess, government agents who are tasked with handling the situation of bringing Kong back. And one wears a red Hawaiian shirt and one wears a yellow one. And the only reason for that is so that every time it cuts to miniatures, you can just paint two Lego guys as red and yellow, and you can go, oh, there's the main characters. The scientist guy is a mad overactor.
Yeah.
And that is something. I might set up some sort of challenge for you humans.
It had novelty points for me, just simply because it's adults playing a game of dress up, pretty much.
Yeah.
And it wasn't taken all that seriously.
Hey, what?
Yeah.
Nah. They're real.
I'd give it a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10.
It's harsher on your scale.
I know. Normally I try to be generous, but this, just the very bad performances.
Alright, well let me enlighten you on my beliefs. The movie struggles because the meshing between the two things of miniatures and men in suits versus the shots that are meant to be real. And on top of that, the costumes look Gumby as.
And Godzilla just makes this one noise.
Yeah.
The whole time he's like an alarm clock walking along. So what would you give that?
I'd probably give it, about a 6.
6?
Yeah, because I found it quite funny.
Oh, okay, alright, yeah.
It made me think maybe there's other ones in here that are entertaining in this series that are worth checking out before they get... Because this tone is so, like, almost comical. Compare that to Bryan Cranston being like, oh God, like really acting his ass off.
Yeah.
I don't know if those two things mesh. Maybe it should stay as like a silly thing.
Do you reckon the new one's going to be really self-serious?
Well, it's got Godzilla versus King Kong. That in itself is a bit less serious. Oh no, in the last one he was against Mothra.
They're going to take it very seriously. I imagine they're going to take it extremely seriously.
Let's make it fun.
No fun, not these days.
It's going to be dark and people crying and screaming and talking pensively off into the distance.
Let's hope for better performances from the actors around the big monsters.
I mean, there's something for this movie. They showed you the monsters plenty.
They did.
They didn't hide them, and they're out in the day.
Yeah,
You just get to fully see every flaw it's got.
yeah, there might be a bit too much revealed.
Well, it's sort of like, here it is.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it.
All right, I think we've disturbed the people enough. Are you disturbed? So I don't know. I'll see you. I'll go this way.
I'm going to fly away. Here's my elbow.
You go that way. I'm done. I'm done with the mask.
Alright.
This is me. I am the monster now.
Well, I'm paid by the hour, so I've got to get back to it.
Okay. All right. Well, until next time.
True. Right, man.
All right.
See you later.
See you later, man.
Alright.
Well,